2 inches of rain is really what we needed. We need another. Give it a day to soak in a little bit and then give us 2 more inches. That would be what we really want. This is 2 inches that we got. It'll make this grass grow. See, they've been off of this for what, about 4 days? 5 days? Something like that. And it's already popping up. It's growing. That rain last night definitely did not hurt anything. It'd be really nice at places like the Dakotas and Minnesota and Iowa and places like that also got a bunch of rain. There, I mean, we're dry, but nothing like out there. That it makes a difference. Their dryness, like the Dakota dryness and the western Minnesota dryness, makes a difference in my life. For the simple reason that if we have a good hay crop around here and they don't out in the Dakotas, which I don't think they're having a good hay crop right now at all. A lot of the hay from around here will get on a truck and go out there. And that lean hay from around here is costly. And I'll have to pay for it. My old man always said, most years you can buy hay for a little bit more than what it costs to make it. Once you figure in land prices and all that stuff, repair and maintenance of equipment, etc. And I'm pretty sure he's right. Once in, you know, what's wrong with paying somebody to make hay and you don't have to make it? You can get on to other stuff. And you're helping him out too. Anyway, forget where I was going with that. Yep, there they are out there in the Tinsman. Yeah, the ground's still pretty hard. So yeah, we could use some more rain. So this area that has been getting the management intensive grazing is definitely softer than that area that wasn't. How's our late cow doing? Pretty nice cow if you weren't a late one. Nice deep body. Udder's in good shape. Look like you're getting ready to pop sometime in the next, I don't know, I can't really tell very good. Bagging up a little bit. Next week maybe. Yeah, you guys can stay out here probably till this afternoon sometime. There, that's a beautiful cow pie. That's a good mama cow. She had a good udder. Her calf is not knowing what to think of me, and she's like 60 yards away and saying, "You stay away from that, man." Now this cow's looking like she's bagging up a little bit too. Just a little teeny bit. I still don't know. I don't know about you, number 26. You got the crease lines down your side. That's supposedly a really good sign for an animal to have. Like that heifer there, that little red heifer. She's got crease lines down her side. That little calf's got crease lines. Those are supposedly happy signs for cows on pasture. Shows they're growing good, got the right amount of fat under their skin, stuff like that. That little heifer's got crease lines. I think we got a damn good crop of calves this year. Keep the best replacement heifers. Sell some replacement heifers. Like this here is a steer with the number 29 red, which is a cow number, a female number. Red is a female number. That guy who was numbering that day, let's just say he screwed up. And I'd like to kick his ass, but I might break my leg if I tried. Yeah. Anyway, that steer, he's okay, but he's not great as far as conformation. He's got that. See, he's got that little bit of line back in him, that little bit of Jersey in him, and he's also got skurs for horns. So if he was a cow, if he was a female, I would say, no, that one goes to town. Because look at his ass, is not really very wide. Those jerseys, they usually grow pretty good, but they usually don't have very big of a hind end on them, and they look a little dairyish. They're not going to have huge rib eyes and stuff like that. That cow there, number 27, she was small when we got her. I got her, she was one of those small ones I got from that guy down at New Auburn. He was going to have her, he was going to eat her And then I decided to keep her because she was a little small. Now, if I could get a bunch of cows like this red one, but they all have good udders. See, her udder is, she's going on 3/4 now, but the 4th quarter, the rear one on the left from the back, looks like it has never been sucked. Here's a lineback cow. She's got Jersey in her, but she's got a fairly nice conformation. You know, it's got showing a little dairy, but see her, she got a pretty nice wide butt. There's another lineback. We got a Jersey, wasn't Jersey, it's some, I forget what they're called. Number 812 there. She's showing a little dairy. What do you think there, 812? What are you going to do about it? Just tossing your head like trying to get a better look at me? Those cows, those linebacks, always, they produce good milk and they grow like hell. They just look a little dairyish. And they got a nice udder on them. She says, what are you talking about me like that for? There's a red cow. That's probably half Simmental, half Red Angus or Black Angus. Came out red because of the Simmental. Yeah, she's an okay cow. It's not really great. This cow here with the Bronco face. Hey, look at me, Bronco face. 28. She's a pretty nice cow. She's a first calf heifer also. Or maybe she had a calf last year. I can't remember exactly without the books here. She's got a really nice udder. Nice conformation. Not worried about me being here. Looks like she produces plenty of milk. Has a calf every year without... That kind of cow usually has a calf with no troubles. This front one here, pretty nice cow, but a little high off the ground. That one there, that's my old number 1 cow. She's had, I think, 3 different tags. She loses them. She's a little bit big. Other than that, she's definitely a nice cow. She came out of the Mary cow back in the day. Way back in the day, there was a cow that had a star on her forehead, and that was the Mary cow. And then the Mary cow had the Penny cow, and the Penny cow was just a great cow. And actually, a lot of these, like this one with the Bronco face, probably came out of the Penny line. That one over there with the Bronco face also probably came out of the Penny line. Anyway, they're doing pretty well. They got plenty of grass right now. What's up, shithead? 503 had a sister, and the sister was stupid. 503, we had 2 years ago, we had a snowstorm in like mid-April. Just snowed like hell. It was just, and that was when the calves were dropping. I was calving earlier than I am now. Anyway, I lost a bunch of calves. And I didn't. It was like if the cow lost her calf, it was her fault. Didn't matter if it snowed or not. Anyway, 503 had her calf right in the middle of the snowstorm and managed to put that calf in a big bunch of brush or something. I can't remember what. Put that calf somewhere where it was out of the wind and it was laying down and it was totally fine. This was up across the creek. I couldn't get them home. I couldn't get the cows home to do anything because the snow was deep all over the place. And of course, you can't catch them. If you got no corral, you got no, horse and rope and stuff like that, you're basically screwed in a snowstorm like that. So anyway, I think I was supposed to get 16 calves that year too, and I wound up with 8. And the cows that managed to, were smart enough to put their calves in the lee of a patch of brush or somewhere out of the wind, did fine. And some of them, the cows were just dumb, and they left their calf like right out in the middle of the field in the fucking wind, and so those cows went to town. So, and also since then, I haven't had a speck, not one speck of calving problem. Of course, I keep an eye on getting a calving ease bull, and I'm also going to, instead of having more Simmental in the herd, there's more Angus. It's getting to be a little more Angus. My old man used to not like the Angus very much. I think it was because he was he was more bent on being an outlier than on doing what seemed the best. He knew you could breed for this and breed for that and breed for the other thing. He wanted to have small calves that would pop right up and go to sucking and do fine like that. He wanted huge steers, and he was also into these big cows. Like he would have 1,800 pound cows. So, and the bulls he would get, he would get these huge 2,400 pound bulls, put them in with his herd. He would raise bulls and sell bulls too. But anyway, he wound up with big cows. And of course, the big cow is going to have a big calf, and they seem to have trouble. Not all the time, but they seem to have a little more trouble than what I'm having, that's for darn sure. So, yeah. Step over this fence. People always say, how come you never get a shock in your balls? I don't know, I just never get a shock in my balls. My pants hang down a little bit there. You know what? I kind of think the cows like to have somebody talking. If you go out and visit your cows, comment. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to say, oh, nice Bessie, blah, blah, blah. You just talk about whatever the heck comes in your mind. They get an idea. I'm not exactly sure about this, but I get the idea that they pick up your mood and stuff. See, those cows, even the calves, they weren't worried about me. They got out of the way when I came close, but they weren't like heads up running and stuff like that. Now, if I was a stranger, they might be heads up running. I've noticed also when you when I go out to visit somebody's herd, like I might be buying some cattle from them or something, if you can go there with the guy, and the guy has been out talking to his herd, or, you know, commenting about their udders or whatever, so that the cows are used to him, and you can have a conversation with him while you're coming up close to the herd. The minute they pick up their heads and are looking at you curious, like, you stop and you keep talking, they get a chance to, you know, figure out what their boss, their humans' feelings are toward you. At least that's what I think. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I just kind of think this. They get their ideas from their boss. You know, oh yeah, that guy, he's talking to that stranger, and he doesn't seem to be bent out of shape about the stranger at all. So it seems like everything's fine. So they go back to eating or chewing their cud or whatever they're doing. Whereas if you go out there by yourself, and the cows haven't ever seen you before, their heads come up, they might haul ass, you know, half a mile before they stop. Also, if you talk to them, that makes it better. You know, if you're a stranger in their herd, just let them hear your voice. Don't make any fast moves. Just kind of walk, talk at them like I'm talking at you on the video. And they start to get curious or whatever, you can stop and keep talking at them. They might come over and look at you, and I've had them come up, and one place I went with the guy, some group of yearlings came up and were wanting to get petted. He said that was very strange. They had never done that with a stranger around. So I think it's my calming manner in the fact that I was with him. Also, it might have been that I have a deep voice which sounds like a cow, you know, moo. Not very many vibrations per second. If you listen to a cow, they have not very many vibrations in their voice per second. All this is conjecture. And it certainly is a nice day, and I'm glad I walked out to look at the cows instead of taking the side-by-side. What's up, dog? You been a good boy while I was going out checking the cows, huh?